gentlemen, and once again, welcome to a HIX-TV sports presentation. Tonight, we are at the Elida Fieldhouse for the regional semifinal for our Hicksville Lady Aces. Tonight, they will be playing the 23-3 Old Fort Stockaders, coached by Jenny Rietzler. Starting for the Stockaders, number 1, Allison Aldesparger is 5'5", a senior. Number 3 is Sydney Klaus, a guard at 5'6" and a senior. Number 22, Peyton Miller at 5'4" and a senior. Number 20, Mackenzie Ward at 5'5" and a senior. And number 32, Jordan Magers at 5'6" and a senior. So you can tell Old Fort does not have much size on their starting lineup, but they are exceptionally quick for what I have been told. And Coach Freeze should know. For Hicksville, our usual starters will be number 2, Caitlin Bergman at 5'11" and a sophomore. Number 3, Natalie Brisky at 5 foot and a senior. Number 10, Caitlin Brenny, 5'7" and a senior. Number 23, Ashley Peter at 5'8" and a senior. And number 22, Addison Bergman, 6'1" junior in the middle. For a little bit of a insight into the teams for Old Fort, they average 60.7 points per game, and their defense allows 36.4. They average a +8 on the rebounding, so they really have to hustle to get after it. Their starter that leads the team is 5'5" senior Allison Aldesparger. She is averaging 19.3 per game and 3.1 steals per game. Peyton Miller, 12 points per game and 3.3 steals per game. And Mackenzie Ward, 5'5" senior, and she averages 2.3 steals per game and 4.3 assists. They have 2 other players that get into scoring and rebounding is Jordan Magers, 3.7% or field goal percentage, and 4.9 in the rebounding. Sydney Klaus at 5.4 points per game and 4.8 in the rebounding situation. For Hicksville to match that up, Natalie Brisky is averaging 3 points per game. 6'1" junior Addie Bergman, 12.9 points per game, 10.4 rebounds per game, so she's averaging a double-double and has 6.1 blocks per game. Ashley Peter at 5.2 points per game, and Caitlin Bergman, 4.3 points per game and 2.7 rebounds. And finally, Harley Schumann, who we cannot say enough about, has come on at the end of the season and moved up to the varsity in the starting and is averaging 3.1 points per game and 2.5 rebounds per game.
And this is going to be, well, the Aces have height, and the Old Fort Stockaders have speed. And again, the Aces are going to need to be willing to go in, pull the trigger. They're going to need to be able to shoot and score.
I think their secret is they're going to have to pass the ball and not dribble so much.
So we'll see as we are underway. And Old Fort,
the Stockaders come up with the loose ball, but it's off number 20's hand, Mackenzie Ward, and it's out of bounds, so it'll be Hicksville ball.
Aces, of course, in their Road Reds. They are the visiting team here tonight for the first of 2 games, a split session here for the regional semifinals.
Pass inside off the hand of Addie Bergman. Goes passes across court and intercepted by Brenny. Caitlin gives it to number 3 out front. It's Brisky. Back to Brenny. Brenny drives baseline, pulls up, gets the ball back out to Brisky. Over in the corner to Caitlin Bergman. That's how fast they are. They took that shot away from Caitlin Bergman real quick.
And they tried to feed it down low to
Ward. Gets a pass ahead to Peyton Miller, and they take a 2-0 lead.
So they're going to have a hard time with these girls are fast for the Stockaders, so that pass that they try to make every now and then down low.
There's Caitlin with the outside. It's off the rim, and the rebound goes inside, and it's Ashley Peter, and she is fouled. Foul is going to go to number 20, I believe. Yes.
And the Aces, like I said, that's one of the things we're going to have to watch, that they use their height advantage to try to control the rebounding.
And Ashley's free throw is good. She'll get a second one. And it's good. So the score is 2 up at 6:50 in the first quarter. Ward driving baseline, flips
Kicks
back into the middle, and it's taken away by Brisky. Brisky down the court. Caitlin Bergman on the wing to the other wing. Caitlin Brenny inside to Peter, turn around. Still spinning, gives the ball up to Brenny, and she puts up a runner, which is knocked out of her hands, and a loose ball is picked up by
the 3, nope. Addie Bergman.
Hogsparger missed the 3-point attempt from outside. And spin and taken away by Ward. And
they'll take the 2-point lead, and Natalie Brisky's going to have to pay closer attention on her spin move.
There goes a steal. And Sydney Klaus.
Brenny gets it right back.
We're going to have a timeout called by the Aces. Coach Freeze wants to cool down a little bit.
Calm them down a little bit. This is a big game.
Yep.
It's first ever trip to the regionals. Their Aces, Lady Aces, are one of only 16 Division IV schools left in action here playing girls basketball. So this is a big night for the girls, and we've seen some of these little critical mistakes and getting the ball taken away from them. Coach Freese just wants to calm them down and maybe refocus them a little bit on their ball handling.
Yeah, they're going to have to realize that somebody is on their hip all the time when they are bringing the ball up the floor. Brisky turned right into the girl that stole the ball from her. So it'll be Hicksville ball inbounds, and it looks like a press is going to be put on by Old Fort. It's man-to-man. It's picked up, and Caitlin Bergman gets the ball inbounds. It's back to Brisky. Brisky down the floor, and she's pushing off with her right hand. Down inside, Addie Bergman. It's good. Klaus over, the ball goes to Miller, and it's
out of bounds
off the rim. Coach Freeze letting them know what he wants them to do. We're going to go 4 across on the inbound. See if, I doubt if he'll be able to make a run on them. Brisky up the floor, and she is going to be fouled by number 20. Mackenzie Ward, her second.
That's team foul number 2. So far, the Lady Aces have not committed a foul here. 5:08 to go in the first quarter.
Into the game for Old Fort is Callie Minkoff.
Get the ball into Brisky, down the corner to Peter.
Shot from 3 for Brisky. It's good. She don't take many shots, but that one was fine as wine.
Had a good look at it, and
Adelsparger with the ball. Shoots from 3. It's off the rim, and it's rebounded by number 22 and given up to Klaus, who missed the shot. 22 is Miller, Peyton Miller.
the Lady Aces get the rebound, and then they slow things down
Brisky,
just a little bit.
Brisky ran away from the 5-second count. Got to come back and meet the ball. You can't run away from it. So it's a turnover by Hicksville, and Adelsparger will inbound the ball to Miller. Ball goes down inside to number 30, Megan Miller. 22 is Miller from outside. That is good. Peyton Miller with the 3.
Ties us back up at 7.
Brisky, Kate Bergman, Brisky. Gives it to Brenny. Brenny into the lane, and she is going to be fouled.
It's number 1 or number 22? I think number 1.
Yes.
Adelsparger, excuse me.
Adelsparger.
That'll be her first, and team foul number 3. Hey, we want to say a thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, also to the Hicksville Athletic Boosters, and to H&W Automotive, the Hicksville Napa store.
Addie turned around, and the ball rolled off her shoulder. Pass was down floor to Peyton Miller, and she gets the layup. Gives her 7 points for the ball game. Brenny to Brisky. And
over and back.
Over and back. That's what you get when you pull up so soon. Bring it down inside a little bit. Adelsparger with the ball. Peyton Miller across 10-second line.
And there we go, Harley Schumann.
Schumann. Nice job. Brisky across court to Brenny. Out. Brisky gives it to Brenny. Inside to Addie, and it's knocked away by number 32, Jordan Maggers.
And another foul on that end.
Harley Schumann picks up the foul.
That's team foul number 1, and that's going to put Adelsparger at the line to shoot 2. Her team leading by a couple.
Gets the first.
Makes it 10-7. So get one more. Back into the game, Mackenzie Ward, and also number 30, Morgan Miller for the Stockaders.
In and out, no good. And a rebound is pulled down by Addie Bergman. Hits it to Brenny. Brenny up. And she's going to be fouled by number 32.
Yeah, Jordan Maggers. Or Maggers. Maggers. That's team foul number 4.
Number 3 back in the game for Old Fort. Somebody move. Brisky with it. Into the corner, gets it back out to Schumann. Schumann in. Back to Brisky, out on the point. Over on the left wing. To Brenny, down low, Kate Bergman. Good.
There we go. 10-9.
Peyton Miller, Sydney Close, Adelsparger. Down low inside, comes back out. Peyton Miller. She knows where it goes.
Good for 3.
Bring the ball.
What an athletic stop.
Say, I guess. Got to have an offensive foul on Addie Bergman.
Her first. Addison's first. Under 2 minutes to go here in our opening quarter. Old Fort up by 4. And with the basketball.
Peyton Miller. Pretty close. Adelsberger from outside, in and out, no good. Rebound to Old Fort. Adelsberger, Peyton Miller coming back around. Adelsberger. Peyton Miller inside. Gets rid of the ball. Klaus. Peyton Miller with the ball. Adelsberger. Ball knocked away by Brisky, but it was picked back up. In the corner, number 30, way long.
Peter grabs the board.
Morgan Miller with the long shot. Schumann on the wing. Inside Addie Bergman. Brenny from outside of 3, and it's good.
Holds the Aces back to within a point.
Oh, we're going to have a foul on Brenny. Didn't get there soon enough.
It's her first personal, and it's team foul number 3 now on the Lady Aces. Kearns is going to come in for Brenny. Foul on the floor, so it'll be Old Fort's ball out of bounds on the baseline.
Watch inside. Bring it out, Adelsberger to Klaus. Peyton Miller to Klaus. Peyton Miller with the ball over to Adelsberger. Cross court to Klaus. Drives the lane. Ball is loose. Picked up by Peyton Miller.
Another 22 seconds.
Miller again, and we're going to have a foul on Kearns.
Alexis is first, and again, team foul number 4 now for the Lady Aces.
Katie Bergman coming in for her sister, Addie. Adelsberger.
Let's see if we can hold it here for the last shot. So go down to
with the ball.
7 seconds. 6.
Peyton Miller over to Adelsberger. Puts up the ball, and it's going to be long. And Kearns gets the rebound, and that is the end of the first quarter of play, with Old Fort leading the Hicksville Lady Aces by 1, 13-12.
And as we've got a break between quarters here, we need to say thank you to our tournament basketball broadcast underwriters making our coverage from here at the Elida Fieldhouse possible. On Hicksville Community Television, of course, it includes the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and Jim Schmidt Ford in Hicksville, along with the Jim Schmidt Truck Lot, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. I want to thank them so very much for not only their support during tournament, but throughout the entire regular season as well, underwriting our Aces basketball broadcast. And also on the tournament trail, we want to say a big thank you to the Hicksville Athletic Boosters, lending their underwriting support for both our boys and girls tournament coverage. And here at the regionals, we also want to say a big thank you to H&W Automotive, your Napa dealer in downtown Hicksville, joining our underwriting group and helping us to cover our costs so we can be here to bring you these games from down at Elida. So I want to say a big thank you to Randy Headley at H&W Automotive, the Napa store in downtown Hicksville, and again, the Hicksville Athletic Boosters, and the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Aces will have the ball, and they're behind by 1 point as we get ready to start the second quarter, Jim.
Okay. Katie Bergman with the ball to inbound it. Somebody come meet it as you got Schumann with the ball. Over to Brisky. Brisky. Across the line, and we're going to have a jump ball. Adelsberger tied her up, and it will be Old Fort ball. Peyton Miller with the ball to Klaus.
Oh, that was mighty close.
Yes. Cross court. Back up on top. Klaus. Peyton Miller. Into the lane. Bounce pass underneath.
Deflected.
Block. Brisky with the loose ball. And ball stolen by Klaus. Across court to Peyton Miller. She won't go to the hoop, but out front it comes. Klaus, and it's stolen by Brisky. Down low.
Kearns, there we go.
Alexis jumping up and down. I'm down here, I'm down here. Oh, man.
They're letting them
have a foul on Brisky.
Let them carry the ball a little bit down there.
Yeah, really.
A lot of the Aces faithful are waiting for that, waiting for the call. Yet not coming.
It hasn't happened. It's got to be a pretty good knock to get a foul tonight. So Peyton Miller with the ball. To Ward.
Set their offense.
Peyton Miller. Side out to Ward. Back over to Jordan Maggers. Peyton Miller in the corner to Agusparger. Out front. It's off the rim.
Good.
And rebound.
Rebound.
By Morgan Miller. Peyton Miller from outside. And Addie Bergman with the rebound.
Quickly to Bereni.
Schumann with the ball. Back to Katie Bergman. Looking inside at just about. Another 5-second count. The Old Fort defense gets on you and you can't get loose. But that's the girls, that's our fault because we're not coming to meet the ball.
That'll be one of those adjustments I'm sure they're going to be talking about in the halftime locker room.
Yes.
We've seen Josh Freese over on the far side motioning the girls, come towards the ball.
Nice steal by Schumann. And it's good.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that's a timeout called by Old Fort, a 30-second timeout with the score Hicksville 16 and Old Fort 13.
So the Lady Aces jump out and Stockaders want to chat about what's going on. And we'll take this opportunity. We can say a big thank you to Dave Evans. Dave is the tournament manager for the regional here at Elida at the field house. I want to thank him so very much for giving us our space. We got a pretty nice setup here for the broadcast position. A lot of media here, so kind of close quarters, but that's to be expected at this level. So again, just a terrific facility here and kind of a long drive from Hicksville, but again, we want to just say a big thank you to all the folks here at Elida High School, to Dave Evans, again, from the Regional Tournament Organizing Committee. He's the tournament manager for the space, and we appreciate all they've done for us so we can be here to bring you this game.
10-second line. That's down low, coming back. Peyton Miller shot, touched nothing, and it'll be Hicksville ball.
Put her foot down before she slapped the ball back into play. So
Aces, 4 crossed on the inbound to Addie Bergman. Ball to Peter Brisky, down the floor. to Brenny. Brenny back to Brisky. Cross court. Schumann inside to Addie Bergman. Ball knocked out of her hand. Peyton Miller for the bucket.
Makes it a 1-point game again, 15-16.
Miller has 12 points in the game.
And she's caught, and this time Josh Reese has to burn a timeout. They had her double teamed on the sideline, and nobody was coming in to help her out. So
yeah, you stop on the sideline, you're giving them an extra defensive player because you're using the sideline for one, and the two people that are double teaming her have her trapped.
So 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half, and Hicksville uses its second timeout here in this Division IV regional semifinal game. The late session game, in case you are interested, which will be tipping off at about 8 o'clock approximately, is going to feature state-ranked Ottoville against Buckeye Central. Buckeye Central coming into this regional, they were ranked second in their district. They were the second seed in their district. So that'll be the second matchup. And the winner of this game, of course, then will face the winner of that game on Saturday, March the 11th, back here at Elida at 7:30 p.m.
So timeout is over, and it's going to be Hicksville ball on the sideline by the scorer's table. Harley Schumann will inbound the ball.
Deflected and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Aces.
Adelsberger deflected it and then bounced it on the sideline. Back to Schumann.
And stolen from Peter.
Right away from Ashley Peter, and Brisky's Rennie's gonna pick up the foul.
That'll be team foul number 6 for the Lady Aces.
2 on Brenny.
And Katie Bergman in for Caitlin Bereni.
Adelsberger to Miller. Ward to Miller. Adelsberger cross court. Miller at the top of the key. Adelsberger for 3. It's no good.
Blocked out of bounds by Addie Bergman. It'll stay with the Stockaders.
In the corner, Peyton Miller up, no good. Ball comes long off the floor. Adelsberger picks it up, gives it to Miller. In the corner, it's Maggers back out on top to Miller. Runner is no good. Kate Bergman with the board. Brisky down the floor to Schumann. Schumann down low to Peter. Back.
Loses the ball again.
Man, oh man, are they quick. Peyton Miller down forward to Adelsberger. Misses the free throw, or misses the layup, and
she's going to be fouled.
Yep. Blocking foul.
That'll be Brisky picking up her second. Excuse me, her third. No, second foul.
Second.
Yep. Looks at the wrong line. That one's good.
Free throw by Adelsberger.
And we're tied at 16.
Morgan Miller, number 30 in the game.
And so is Sydney Klaus checking in, number 3.
And that'll be a foul on the rebound. Number 32.
Yep, that'll be
Jordan Maggers, her second.
Full court pressure now. Brisky's in some
Bring the
trouble.
ball. Brisky. Adelsparger to Addie Bergman. Down floor, Brisky. Over to Schumann. Schumann back to Brisky. Cross court, Kate Bergman on the right wing. Ashley Peter at the elbow. Schumann gets cut off trying to get to the lane. Kate Bergman inside to Addie.
Addie.
And she is fouled.
Well, that answers one question. If Addie gets the ball and decides to go strong to the hoop, nobody's going to stop her.
Yeah.
None of the stockaders are going to be able to stop her momentum. That one's short. It's that one.
3 points for Addie for the game.
And I think the scoreboard is incorrect. I think it should be 17-16 Hicksville, but right now it's saying 18-16. Oh, okay.
Miller with the ball out front. Over to Klaus.
Racing it on
Miller to Adelsparger, across court to Klaus, back to Miller. Trying to get somebody loose for a three.
Down to closing on 2 minutes left in the half. And they've corrected the scoreboard now. It is 17-16 Hicksville.
Well, you're like a machine. Adelsparger.
1:45.
Klaus. From the corner.
Good for two.
Good for two. Peyton Miller. She's just like their whole offense. She's got 14 points.
Bergman with a minute 15. Brisky's going to hold up the ball. Almost deflected. Schumann gets it back.
Should have gave it up to her right away. Addie's got it.
Bergman. There we go.
5 points for Addie and quickly down floor. Klaus with the ball. Peyton Miller.
And 30 seconds left in the half.
Klaus. Adelsparger. Peyton Miller hunting for the ball.
15.
You can bet she's going to get the last shot. Adelsparger. Peyton Miller. Looking. Bounce pass low to Klaus. Brings it out.
Good.
Adelsparger picks up a three. And that'll be the end of the first half of play with Old Fort leading the Hicksville Lady Aces 21-19.
We're going to take a break. It's a 2-point game at the intermission. We'll step aside, but stay tuned. Jim and I are going to be back, and we're going to have all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way. Here from this regional semifinal game at the Elida Fieldhouse right here on HIX-TV. back. A little bit more than a minute away before we get the third quarter underway here at the Elida Fieldhouse. And if you're just joining us, halftime at this Division IV regional semifinal, it's the Old Fort Stockaders leading the Hicksville Lady Aces by a bucket, 21-19. Last second three-pointer to give them that 2-point lead. And Jim, now we're at that level where they come up and they hand you the sheet with all of the stats and everything else.
Yeah.
So how are things looking for the Lady Aces in that first half?
Well, I'll give you the scoring here. For Old Fort, Adelson Adelsparker, she has 5 points. Peyton Miller is doing the damage. She has 14, and Mackenzie Ward has 2. Hicksville spreading it around. Caitlin Bergman with 2, Natalie Brisky with 3, Caitlin Brenny with 3, Alexis Kearns 2, 5 for Addie Bergman, Ashley Peter 2, and Harley Schumann 2. The stat sheets that they showed us or gave us show that steal-wise, Hicksville is being shown the way out by Old Fort, as they've stolen the ball 13 times from the Aces, while the Aces have only gotten 6. And rebounding-wise, the rebounds are 14 for Old Fort and 13 for Hicksville. The Aces need to eliminate the steals.
Hicksville with the ball, and a foul early on.
Adelsparger picks up the personal.
And I think you might, it looks, from what I see, Jim, the Aces have like owned the defensive rebounds. They were 12-0.
Yeah, right.
And then there were 7 offensive rebounds and just 1 for the Aces. So actually the Aces are out rebounding them 13-7. But still, it doesn't offset losing the ball twice as many times out on the floor.
Right.
That
Free
one's
throws
good.
made by Caitlin Brenny.
So I have one more to see if we can tie it up.
That was one that hit under the rim and went in. That one bounces away, and Addie Bergman gets it. Gets it to Brenny. To Brisky. Over to Addie Bergman. Turn around, jumper.
Good.
7 for Addie. Peyton Miller with the ball. Mackenzie Ward. Down low it goes to Miller. Out to Peyton Miller. Rebound picked up by Old Fort. And
goes down.
Is good. Mackenzie Ward with the bucket. Ball. Into the middle.
Katie Bergman, good.
Katie Bergman with a tray. Aces on top, 25-23. Adelsparger over to Peyton Miller, back to Adelsparger. Down to Ward. Klaus gets the 2.
Nice shot from Sydney Klaus.
Back to Kate Bergman and Brenny. Get across the 10-second line, and that's count to 10. You didn't make it. So the Aces have another turnover. Turnovers were 17-7 in the first half.
Yep. They're going to have to start.
They ought to pick it up a little.
They gotta
bring the ball to the middle of the floor and attack them.
Can't take your time getting it up the floor. You need to get it across that timeline. Tied at 25 now.
Ward. That shot turned around by Hostler. Down floor it goes to Brenny. Brenny was it out to
Brisky.
Caitlin Bergman over to Brisky. into the lane on the elbow, back out. Brisky, and she is going to be fouled. 22, Peyton Miller.
That'll be her first personal foul, and team foul number 2 now on Old Fort.
Addie Bergman out to Brisky. Addie's shot no good, and for the rebound. Morgan Miller to Ward. Ward inside, it goes to Hostler down low.
Nice pass.
Morgan Miller. Brisky, bring the ball.
And again,
Brisky to Kate Bergman, down low to Addie. Shot
gets her own rebound.
Got her own rebound and scores. 9 points for Addie Bergman. Ward with the ball to Peyton Miller, over to Adelsparker. Ward, Peyton Miller from outside. It's good. 17 for her.
It's at 30-27.
Down low,
off
the hand of Addie Bergman. Ready to put too much steam on that one. Ashley Peter, Schumann in.
Yep, Schumann will come in for Peter. Old Fort will have the ball. 4:11 left to go in this third quarter. And the Stockaders up by 3.
Inside.
Oh,
missed it, Morgan Miller. Brisky, our own top, on the point. Over to
Schumann.
Yep. In the lane goes Schumann.
No,
and
she's tripped. And that's going to be Miller's second. Yep, Morgan Miller picks up her second personal. That'll be team foul number 3 on Old Fort. Alley-oop, and it's stolen away.
Starter, the link to the floor, lays it up, and she is fouled.
And so go to the line. 32, it's a 5-point lead, which is the biggest lead that either team has had tonight. Up to this point, it's always been 3 points or less. And Adelsparger with a chance to make it a 6-point advantage for the Old Fort Stockaders.
And
she gets it.
Good.
Oh, in and out.
In and out. Adelsparger with the ball. Driving into the lane.
Stolen away.
Addie blocked that shot right off her hand.
Move it around the perimeter. Risky reverses and slapped away. And another turnover for the Lady Aces. We go under 3 minutes.
Morgan Miller over to Ward, in and out, no
They
good.
grab the board. That's for 3, and that's good.
Made a timeout, and he is calling it.
And
Freeze. With the score 36-27. And 2:39 remaining in the third period.
Yep, Josh Freese needs this timeout because the wheels have kind of come off a little bit for the Lady Aces here in this last couple of minutes on the game clock. They have not been able to get anything going offensively, and they've been turning the ball over, and the Stockaders have been capitalizing on their mistakes, and they've been able to go from a 2-point lead to a 9-point lead here.
Old Fort scored several times because they've run a couple plays that in the first half they did not do.
Yep.
They ran them back and forth underneath the hoop and got the ball to them.
So Lady Aces need to readjust here and refocus. And the Old Fort press continues to bother the Lady Aces. Again, they've turned the ball over a few times with the 10-second, 5-second calls here tonight, and
press is going to get tighter now. They're bringing it further up the floor.
Yep. You know, it's the regional semifinals, so I mean, the easy games are over.
Get it up the floor. Oh, wow. Schumann, offense.
Offensive foul. Schumann picks up her 3rd foul. On the floor. Timeout called.
30-second timeout by the Old Fort Stockaders.
That'll be their 2nd of the game. They'll have 3 remaining. And with 2:16, again, timeout on the floor. Old Fort leading the Hicksville Lady Aces by 9, 36-27. Foul situation, 3 team fouls committed by Old Fort. The Lady Aces have committed 2. And Harley Schumann is, I guess, the only ace in foul trouble with 3 personals.
Old Fort inbound the ball under their own hoop. To the outside, Adelsparger. Cross court to Ward. Back out to Adelsparger. And the ball to Ward. Jumper from 15, no good. Rebound inside.
Yep.
It's good by number 30, Morgan Miller. Brisket up the floor. Addie Bergman. Look inside. Bergman down low.
Schumann will kick it back out. Knocked out of bounds.
Going to be Hicksville ball on the side. Caitlin Bergman with the ball. Gets it in down low.
Turns, bounce pass, roll it away.
Peyton Miller with the steal to the hoop. And it's blocked a little bit by Caitlin Miller and got it on the bounce. Aces down the floor. Across the court, Kate Bergman. Shoot from 3, in and out. Yep. Addie Bergman couldn't reach any further. She would have gotten fouled big time. Turns
steals the pass. Minute left in this 3rd quarter. Aces down by 11.
Schumann.
Kearns. Short.
Rim. Schumann with the rebound. No good. Addie Bergman rebound.
No good. 3 attempts. And they'll hold it here for the last shot if they can.
20 seconds. Ward with the ball. Stolen.
That's loose. Addie Bergman to
Get up
Brisky.
the floor. You got 9, 8.
Brisky
7,
tosses
down
it
low.
down to Schumann. She puts it up and good.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter of play with Old Aces from Hicksville, 38-29.
Well, we've got 8 minutes of basketball left in regulation, and the Lady Aces with a 9-point deficit to try to overcome. And as we get ready for our fourth quarter of action, we want to say another big thank you to our girls' regional basketball tournament broadcast underwriters for Hicksville Community Television. They include, of course, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, and Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, either brand spanking new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you owe it to yourself to check out the great selection they have at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. We also want to say a huge thank you again to the Hicksville Athletic Boosters, underwriting our broadcast, proudly supporting all Aces athletics all throughout the year. And to H&W Automotive, your Napa store in downtown Hicksville, joining us to help make our regional coverage on HIX-TV possible as well. The Headley brothers, Mike and Randy. Look forward to seeing you again, H&W Automotive, your Napa store in downtown Hicksville, Ohio.
Okay, both teams out on the floor. Set to start the fourth quarter. 38-29, Old Fort in the lead.
And they'll have the ball to get things started. Here we go.
Peyton Miller, the Goat Ward, Miller, the Adelsberger, down low with Kraus.
Good look at a three.
Outside with Ward, 7 points. Going to have a timeout, though.
They managed to get it across the 10-second line.
Somehow.
And with all the ball being batted around, they retain possession.
Addie Bergman with the ball down low. Get it up good. Bergman has 11. A steal by Brisky, and she missed the lay-in. Cross court to Adelsberger. Over to Ward. Bring it out to Peyton Miller. Ward to Kraus. Ward.
Another good look at a three.
Off the rim. Addie Bergman gets to Kate Bergman. Ball down the floor.
And
Ball
stolen
knocked
away
by Miller, and she's going to be fouled by
Peter. Got to do something.
It was not like she did it intentionally. She just happened to be there when the girl turned around.
So that'll be Peter's first.
Jordan Maggers in the game for Old Fort, as is Sydney Hostler, number 42. For Hicksville, we have Schumann coming back in the game.
Schumann.
Tap in for Brisky. He's been out there up and down the floor the whole game.
Get the ball inbounds.
Ward with the ball. Ward pulling it out. Trying to loosen up down inside. Wow. That was a collision, and 42 is Hostler.
And they'll have a foul on the rebound. And that's going to be on Adelsberger, I think.
Nope. 32. Jordan Maggers.
That'll be her third. And they're going to put on the heavy press again.
Here comes
Katie
ball
Bergman.
in. Schumann up the floor. She'll get it up there. Down low. Katie Bergman. That's the layup.
Schumann gets it out to Peter. Brisky.
Ready
for three. Over the backboard. Coach Freeze liking the intensity of that offensive stand, even though they didn't get any points.
41-31. 10-point lead for Old Fort. 5:50 remaining in the game. Hostler with the ball. Gives it up to Peyton Miller. Miller, leading scorer in the game, with 17. Drives down low. Got 19 now. This girl's deadly. Schmidt.
Slapped away. It's still saved.
Adelsberger with a layup in the left hand.
Makes it a 14-point game.
Across the floor. Schmidt. Peter from outside. Kate Bergman.
Too long.
Peyton Miller with the ball.
We go under 5 minutes left in regulation.
Ball out front to Adelsberger. Bring it back to Peyton Miller. Schmidt on her. Ball on the left wing. Down low and gonna have a foul.
That'll be Katie Bergman's first personal. Team foul number 4 for the Lady Aces. And she'll shoot 2.
Mackenzie Ward, first one is good. Brisky back in the game. Brenny takes a seat. 4:26 remaining in the game.
It's no good, but they get the rebound.
Morgan Miller got the rebound. Peyton Miller with the ball. She loses control, but gets it back. Adelsberger. Ward with the ball in the lane. Back out to Peyton Miller. To Adelsberger. No hurry to get a shot.
And that one's ripped out of her hands, and it's going to be a jump ball.
And possession arrow goes to the Aces. Into the game comes Schrader.
She's going to spell Ashley Peter.
Micah Schrader. Inbound the ball.
So we're past the halfway point here of this fourth quarter with 3:58 left in the game.
Brisky with the ball to Schrader. Schrader.
Schumann. And that's knocked out of bounds.
Bounced it back off of Schumann, and it's out of bounds to Old Fort. Brenny coming in for Schumann. Ward with the ball. Spins on Schrader. Gives it to Peyton Miller. August Sperger. Inside it goes.
They'll kick it back out. I'm going to let the air out here a little bit.
Yep.
Let the clock work in their favor.
Spread the floor.
They're up by 15.
Ward with the ball. Out on top of Adelsberger. Ball knocked away by Brisky, and she fouled her.
That'll be team foul number 5 on the Aces. And number 3 on Natalie Brisky.
Into the game comes Schaefer
and Kearns.
Kearns for
the Bergmans. Yep. Katie and Addie are going to have a seat.
15-point lead for Old Fort. Get the seniors on the floor.
Give them a chance to get some experience and say they played in a regional semifinal.
Yep. Peyton Miller over to Adelsberger. Brisky, one right. Ward with the ball. Gives it to Peyton Miller. Miller out to Morgan Miller. Adelsberger.
Like I said, they're gonna work it around if they get a good shot. And even if they get a good shot, they're not gonna take it.
Nope. 2:28 remaining.
And we're gonna go for the fouls.
Brisky picked up foul number 4.
And see if they can get themselves into the bonus here. 2:23 left in this contest. That's team foul number 6. And again, as Jim had said, number 4 on Natalie Brisky.
Miller to inbound the ball. Knocked out of bounds by Kearns. Our girls are just a step slower.
Yep.
Just can't quite get to those steals that Old Fort gets to. Peyton Miller with the ball. And Brisky will pick up the foul. Or not, Brisky.
Yeah.
Brenny.
And that'll be number 7. So from here on out, they shoot free throws. That's number 3 for Kate Bereni. And that's going to put Miller at the line. And Schaefer will come out, and they'll put Addie Bergman in to give him some height for the rebounds. 2:18 to go. She misses the front
Rebound
end.
comes off. Let me pick it up.
Jump ball will go to Old Fort.
Schaefer back in the game for Addie Bergman. Peters coming back into the game
For Kearns. And all 4 seniors on the floor for the Lady Aces.
Adelsberger pulls up. Didn't go for the lay-in. Ward over to Peyton Miller. Back out to Adelsberger. 1:58 remaining. Ward out to Adelsberger.
And they're just going to run the wheel here.
Yep. Miller with the ball to Adelsberger. Into the lane. They've got easy shots in the lane, and
They're just not taking it. They don't need to run it up, I guess.
And there's foul on Brenny.
So
fourth.
They'll see if they can get the ball back, but Old Fort's not going to rub their faces in it. They're just wanting to get out of here with a victory and not get anybody hurt.
You're right there. Miller with her first free throw of the night. Her second one gives her 22 for the evening. Or 21 for the evening, I'm sorry.
They're still going to keep the pressure on the Aces, though.
Brisky across 10-second line. To Peter, Schrader, Brennan.
Oh. Peter gets the board. She tries to put it up. It's deflected and stolen away. Morgan Miller. And she'll toss it over to to Ward. Under a minute.
Adelsberger. Here come the seniors from Old Fort.
And call a timeout with 53.1. 17-point lead for the Stockaders, and this is the end of the Lady Aces basketball season here tonight. But the crowd standing, they're in their red and white. What a great basketball season they have had. They just missed having to share the GMC title for the first time in a long time, and first sectional championship, first ever win in a district, and then district champions and an appearance in the regionals. So even though they are going to be going home tonight and they will be done for the year, nothing to hang their heads about. This has been a great basketball season for the Lady Aces. And honestly, Jim, they're going to be returning a really good nucleus of girls to work for next year's team.
Right, and they know what it takes to get here.
Yep, and they've had that taste in their mouth. So
actually, they won a district game twice before, in '88 and '89,
okay.
And
that was their first ever district champion.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
My daughter played on those two teams. I remember it. They were played at, their district was played at Wauseon then. Oh, Schrader picks up a foul, and Brenny got legs taken out.
Yeah. And again, Chelsea Taylor, of course, with her injury on the sideline, but the other 4 seniors on the squad, Natalie Brisky, Caitlin Bereni, Ashley Peter, and Elizabeth Schaefer. And Bereni's going to come off.
That's it.
Get a standing O from the crowd.
Yep. There comes.
And Emily Sanders.
Emily Sanders in for another senior.
And they're going to get also Kennedy Valena in there, so some of these younger gals are going to be able to say that they had the chance and they were able to play in that regional semifinal game as well.
Schaefer setting down.
Yep. They're bringing them out one at a time so that they can get their props from the crowd.
Yes, they are.
Classy move by Coach Josh Freese as he makes sure that all of his seniors get their due recognition. A lot of hugging and a lot of crying on the sideline.
Yeah, they should really be proud of what they've done this year.
And that's good.
Bucket's good.
She'll get one more.
Gillette. Lanny Gillette, the shooter. Second one is up and no good. Rebound by.
That's good.
Morgan Williamson, and it is good. Another player into the game for Old Fort.
.7 seconds left in the Aces basketball season.
Micah Schrader across the 10-second line. Valena with the ball to Schrader. Schrader drives right, goes, tries to get around. Ball out front to
Kennedy,
Valena.
nope.
Short.
Schumann puts it up.
Got
there
it.
We go.
6 points for Schumann. 15 seconds. 10. This game
gonna run it out.
Over.
Aces
5.
are gonna bow out. And again, the crowd's gonna rise. We'll make the camera girls stand up. Look over their heads. As the Aces wrap up their 2016-17 basketball season with a loss in the district or in the regional semifinal. They fall to the Old Fort Stockaders 51-33, but they held the Stockaders below their normal per game scoring average, and they scored a little bit more than their opponents usually scored. So the Aces come away with a 51-33 defeat. And Old Fort will be back here on Saturday night for the regional final, and they'll face the winner of this next game between Buckeye Central and state-ranked Ottoville, the Big Green, ranked number 7 in the state of Ohio in Division 4. And as Jim is again compiling quickly, we want to say another big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters for the tournament, the H&W Automotive Incorporated in downtown Hicksville, your Napa dealer in downtown Hicksville. Want to thank them so very much for coming along and helping us out to be able to make the trip here to the regional tournament in Elida. Thanks also to the Hicksville Athletic Boosters, proudly supporting Aces athletics all throughout the year. And of course, all season long, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt Truck Lot, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. And we also want to thank once again, Dave Evans, the tournament manager here at Elida, for giving us a terrific broadcast position. I want to thank them so very much for helping us out. And with that, here comes the man with the stats.
That's cool.
And we are going to be getting ready to wrap things up because, well, we got to turn our space over to one of our fellow broadcasters here for Game 2, a split session. So they're clearing the gym. And whenever you're ready, Jim, you can give us those unofficial numbers for the game. But again, the
okay,
running into a quality team here tonight.
Okay, we're ready to go. Scoring-wise, for the Aces, Caitlin Bergman had 5 points, the bucket and the tray. Natalie Brisky had 3 with a tray. Caitlin Bergman, a tray and a free throw for 4. Alexis Kearns, 2 points for 2, or a basket for 2. Addie Bergman had 5 field goals and a free throw for 11. Ashley Peter, a field goal for 2. Harley Schumann, 3 field goals for 6. The Aces were 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Not many fouls called, as usual in tournament. For Old Fort, Morgan Williamson had 2 right at the end of the game. Hannah Bilger had 2. Morgan Miller had 4. Lanny Gillette, 2. Whitney Bilger, 0. Peyton Miller, 21 to lead them in scoring. For Mackenzie Ward, she had 8 points. And for Sydney Close, she had a bucket for 2. And Allison Adelsparger, that's hard to do. She had 13 points on 2 trays, 3 free throws, and a couple of baskets. The stats-wise, for them, they were 6 for 11 from the free throw line. Totals for turnovers for the Aces was bad news. They had 28, and Old Fort had 11. And total-wise for rebounds, the Aces had 27, and they actually out-rebounded them 27 to 20. They had 19 defensive rebounds, and they had 8 offensive rebounds, while the offensive rebounds went to Old Fort with 12, but they only had 8 defensive rebounds. So that's the stats, the way to look at the game.
Yes, indeed. So again, Lady Aces just ran into a quality team as to be expected at this level, and they were out-quicked and turned the ball over too many times. But still doesn't take away from a terrific basketball season for the gals. And again, we want to congratulate them on all their success, big steps forward for the Lady Aces basketball program. Also, while we're at it, we're going to say a big thank you to Coach Josh Friesen and all of his coaching staff for all their help throughout the year, and athletic directors Paul Overmeyer, Jeff Haunt from Hicksville for all they did for us as well. It's been a real pleasure. And with that, we will cap off our basketball broadcasting for the 2016-17 school year here on Hicksville Community Television. And with that, well, we'll pack it up and head out from Elida and head on home. Again, Lady Aces fall in this regional semifinal here tonight. And for Kate Murphy on the camera and for Jim SILER, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing you good night and good sports.